Alrighty, guys. I should be live. Uh, uh, I don't even know how to do an intro to a live stream. Um, Yo, what's up, guys? Joey here. I doubt we're gonna get people in here. It's really late. It's almost 11:30 at night, and maybe I shouldn't even go live, but it's been, I think, 2 days since I last live streamed, and I broke my promise, and, well, new things are happening in my life, and, you know, I think I'm hitting the time where I really can't be on here as much just to focus on work um, and more important things that are gonna eat up a lot of my time and my energy, and it's kind of bittersweet, but you know, gotta reach new heights. I gotta test myself a little bit, and gotta gotta save up for some things I want to buy in the future, and you know, new equipment, new uh, PC stuff. That's my PC. Got my whole setup. I want to upgrade my computer eventually for mainly AI purposes. A better graphics card translates to better AI training times, and just better all-around performance with dealing with AI. Anything AI, you need a lot of good power when it comes with GPU aspect. You need good graphics power, GPU power, and good CPU, but mainly GPU. It's hard to explain. I'm really bad with words, but yeah, yeah, want to make some money, and so all I'm trying to say is you won't really be seeing me on here as much, at least within the next few weeks. Um, Now, I could always go live. Going live is easy because it's not like I'm sitting down at my PC making stuff, taking hours and hours out of my day to create something. Um, I'll always be dabbling, with song making or Buddy Holly AI, but a lot, like 3/4 of what I do with YouTube and stuff, and on here, and being on Instagram even, it's gonna slow down, like not dramatically, but close to it, close to it. Um, Now, I'm gonna try to juggle everything. I'm gonna try to be working while trying to maintain and trying to keep up with the channel, but I don't want to make promises because I've in the past made many promises that I have broken. Um, and I just don't want to do that from here on out. That's the last thing I want to do, and yeah. So. But I hope you guys are doing well. Hope everyone is having a good night. Most of you guys are most likely sleeping, as I should. So is I. So I should be sleeping. I don't know how you pronounce it. I don't know. I don't know words. But yeah, I just wanted to make a little live um for you guys, and yeah. Are you guys enjoying these live streams? I really don't know if you guys enjoy them. If you do, um, if you want to see just a specific, I might even do like a poll where you guys vote on ideas, like the drink review videos, AI covers, or live streams. Should I do more live streams? I didn't mean to chuck the finger at you guys. Sorry about that. Should I do more AI covers? What should if you guys could pick one thing that I do for the next couple weeks to a month or two, what do you want to see? Personally, I am enjoying these live streams the most. I have never been this comfortable with talking about anything and everything that comes in my mind in the moment. Um, I've never been this confident with speaking publicly, um, not being afraid to, you know, say something that maybe isn't popular and maybe most of you guys would disagree or something. I've hit a point with live streaming now that like I don't mind talking or commentating on anything. It could be even political. I just don't care. If I have an opinion or if I believe in something very passionately, I'm gonna speak it. I'm gonna say it, and even if three quarters, three quarters of you guys don't agree with me, then I stick with my guns. I stick to my guns. Stick to my guns. What? Um, yeah, I just like talking, and ever since we lost Charlie Kirk, ever since that happened, I've been wanting to voice and just speak my mind, even if it's like just my personal life and just talking, because maybe most likely something that I said in these last few live streams, maybe someone could agree with, or maybe someone can resonate or relate to something I said, and maybe it can cause some good change or just to inspire someone to do what I'm doing. Like, I'm naturally really scared of talking just because of the worry of hurting someone's feelings, even though I know going into this, that's not my goal. My goal is to just talk and to just share some bits and pieces of my personal life and to also entertain because that's just what I love to do. Um, and I hope the videos that I've made already kind of show that. But I always say to myself, like, don't do this because you don't want to embarrass yourself. You don't want to make yourself look like a fool, or just don't say this. Just wait, or like, there's so much I want to say and do, but I always talk myself out of it because of the fear of not only being judged, as I've mentioned that many times now, but being unpopular with what take I do have in the moment. And yeah, but who cares? It's what I believe in, and if I say something, I say it. And that's the beauty behind going live because, gosh, this is beautiful technology. And like, we just, we're so used to it. It's just everyday life, but it's like, it wasn't always like this. If you look even 20 years ago, 20 years ago online, you couldn't go live. You could not go live streaming back in 2005. That was not a thing. That was not a thing. And if it was very, very, like, in its infant stage of starting out. Like 2005, that was only as like 20 years ago. Like, we've come a long way in such a short span of time. And I mean, even if you look at AI and how it's advancing with Sora 2 and all these like memes, AI memes that I've been watching the last week and a half, it's creepy, but it's very interesting. Very interesting. But obviously, a lot of people are just using it to gain followers and gain subscribers. I will never do that. I will never do that. I'm not gonna hop on that bandwagon of trying to make something from nothing just because I type a little bit and it poops out a little video that I then upload to my page and then it gets me followers. Eh, not much work is being put into it. You could then call me a hypocrite because I do the AI covers and that's AI based, but I mix the audio. I go in Audacity for hours on end doing that. I made my voice model from scratch. You know, I put in the work with people like who. This is just a rant. This is just a rant, and one of you guys might even do this. I don't know. I really don't. Add a Q&A sticker. What? I don't want to do that. Thank you, YouTube, for interrupting me. Add a Q&A sticker. This is a live stream where anyone can say and do anything. So why is YouTube gonna? You should add it. For one, there's no one here. What? Oh, sorry. I'm not necessarily bashing people who do upload Sora 2 videos, you know, for their own gain, you know, even like monetary gain. Is that how you? I've never said that word. To gain money, you know, and to actually make some money from these videos. It's like, it's not my cup of tea just because it doesn't feel like it's work. You know, it doesn't feel like you really deserve the money. You could say that, I guess, with YouTube, but like if you're editing a video, if you're writing a script for, I don't know, a storyline, or you're an animator and you have to animate, you're putting in work. You know, you're putting in effort. You're writing. You're making lyrics. You're a musician. You know, you edit stuff like that's work. I look at that as work. But like people who, for instance, recently with Sora 2, putting in a prompt, texting a prompt. I know how it works. It's pretty easy. You know, Sora 2 kind of does a lot of the work for you. And, you know, yeah, I guess you put in the text, you did that, but to then have a following, it's a bit cheap. Is that the word? I don't know. I'm not one for it. It just gives me a weird feeling. It's like, do you really deserve that? I don't believe so, but that's just me. So yeah, that's just my opinion on people who have a little following because of these Sora 2 videos, or just the technology that we have. Again, I've gained some followers throughout the last 2 years, and I've gandered, what's the word that I can say here? I've gained some views. Not really, because I had to recently delete all of my AI covers due to me getting a strike on my channel. And you get 3 strikes and you're done. Like, YouTube will literally terminate your channel. And so I'm trying to be a good boy and abiding by the rules, because I respect YouTube and I respect their rules. But you know, circumstances can be a pain in the pee-pee hole, and that's just my opinion. But anyway, you know, you could say that I'm like a hypocrite because I've gained like maybe a few hundred subscribers, maybe like 300 subscribers, 400, like Buddy Holly fans, you know, because all of us are fans of Buddy, you know, at least a lot of you guys who are on my channel, and I love you guys. And sorry for deleting a lot of the AI covers. I had no choice. I had to take down like 80 of my videos. I lost 60,000 views. 60,000 views just because of you guys. All of you guys for watching them. 60,000 views because of you guys. And so trust me, I felt like an idiot. I felt so sad deleting each and every single one, because I remember like where I was at when I made that specific cover, and I remember how I was emotionally like in that moment, and it brought back good and bad memories when I was deleting each and every single cover. and I felt like I was deleting art of mine. Like I literally felt like I felt pissed off. I'm like, the amount of hours I spent putting work into, putting love and passion into each and every single cover that I was getting better at, and gradually, and like I'll always make them, but because of recently I found a job, and I'm gonna be focusing on that currently. Uh, the Obviously that's gonna be my number one priority at the moment, but every now and then when I feel like I have that urge to make a cover, I will, but they're gonna be like once a month. I'm talking like one cover a month on the new channel Buddy Artificial. That is Buddy Artificial at BHAI Covers. BHAI Covers on YouTube. Little promo. I don't know. I'm not good with words, but yeah. It just 60,000 views. I'm not even lying. Of people who clicked on these AI covers and watched them and listened to my covers. Thank you is not enough. Thank you is not enough. It really isn't. Like I can't muster up, or I can't spawn in the right word to describe that feeling. It's just, it's really cool. It's really cool. But then taking down like more than 3/4 of those covers, I took down like 80% of them. All the ones that had a copyright tag on them, because they could also somehow change from just copyright to then literally becoming a strike. And YouTube emails you after you get a strike. They don't email you saying, hey, we're going to be nice here. Could you delete the video so then we don't strike your channel? They did this one time. I don't know why. This only happened once. This was back in late 2023. This was when I was first making the covers. One time, this was only one occurrence. Never happened ever again. Where they actually gave me 3 days to take down said cover that had copyrighted material in it. And that's how it should be done, YouTube. And all these, I guess, music labels and companies. Give us a chance to take down the video so we don't lose our livelihood. This is my channel. This is part of my soul. It is. It's like knowing like they're toying with the channel just because of 1 or 2 videos that I could just take down if you would email me. Email me. So then I can delete the videos so I don't get a strike, and then the video's gone. Everyone's happy, right? They look at it differently. I look at it differently, but it is what it is. I'm a little creator, and I will always be a small YouTuber. And this is my second house. This is my second home. And when I feel like I could potentially be kicked out of my own house, where I made all these memories, I created all these memories with my friends, and hours of me on my computer, and I'm gonna potentially lose everything just because of something that I could easily get an email to give me up to 3 days to delete the video. You know, it makes no sense. It doesn't even have to be up to 3 days. It could literally be like you have an hour to take down a video. Do that. Don't strike my channel and then email me saying, you got a strike. No shit. Email me before the strike happens so then I can delete the video. That's how it should always work. Implement that, Google and YouTube, so then smaller YouTubers like me don't feel like we're being left in the dark. Because I want to believe that bigger YouTubers get much different treatment, better treatment, just because, you know, they're big names, big celebrities on here. But smaller creators tend to get the brunt of this weird feeling of feeling like we're being, like the rug is being swept underneath us or something. That's where I'm getting this feeling of like, man, it's like, just email me. How hard is it to just email a smaller creator saying, hey, we understand you are using copyrighted material. Could you take it down so then we don't have to strike the channel? And then if I ignore it, then strike the channel because I ignored what the email said. That's how it should work. I'm not a big brain. I don't work at Google. I don't want to. But man, if I was the lead, if I was a part of this team, this ginormous company, that would be the rule. So then, you know, I'm not sleeping and then I lose my channel because I didn't get emailed that, you know, I could be losing my channel potentially. Like, 3 strikes and you're out. It's literally 3 strikes and you're out. I have 1, okay? I have 1. It's awful. And it's just, I don't know. It feels like I'm being toyed with a little bit. Like, I know I'm overreacting, but you know, you have to speak up because I believe it's a bit fucky. It's a bit fucky. Because there was this one YouTuber, his name was Monkey Jones, and he lost his main channel in just like an hour. He was sleeping when he got 3 strikes. He could not respawn. He couldn't take down the specific videos that there was a problem with, I guess. He couldn't defend himself because he was sleeping. He was literally sleeping while he lost his whole fucking livelihood, basically. His whole work, you know, his art. Because again, when you're editing videos, hours on end, uploading videos, when you have a channel that is over a decade old, you have memories. And like, I think about that. I'm like, dude, like, this is fucked up. This is fucked up. Now again, am I overreacting? Probably, but this channel isn't a year old. You know, I've had this channel forever. This is a part of me. And when I feel like a part of me could potentially be deleted, you have a problem. And I'm speaking for all small YouTubers. I'm speaking for all of you guys. I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one. And it's kind of scary. So I will say this one more time. To have a fair system in any circumstance, YouTube should email you before they remove the video and then give you a strike. Give the creator who uploaded the video the ability of 1 to 3 days to delete said video, so there's no issues. That's how it should be. That's fair. That's more than fair. It's not like I'm uploading, like, you know, porn or child abuse or anything that's heinous and vile or vicious. It's literally instrumentals of other people's music. That's it. The photos of Buddy on the channel, they're all fake. They're AI. They're all generated. The vocals, they're fake. They're AI Buddy. It's his likeness, but it's not really him. And I've titled them AI. All of the videos are titled AI. It's not misleading. None of them are. So I'm all good there. It's literally some of the instrumentals that are copyrighted. Now, again, email me before taking down the video or striking the channel because it gives me time to basically save the channel. That's how it is. That's how it works. That's where I stand on that, and I will always stand on that. Sorry, I was a bit passionate there. It's just it fucking irked me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, but and it irks me because a lot of it's not just me. It's you guys. It's you guys. I'm not the only one feeling this way. It's you guys too, and I know I'm not the only one. And all of us small YouTubers need fairness. Um, yeah, I understand copyright law. I understand it completely. Um, is it harsh sometimes? Yeah, absolutely. Um, is it harsh the way YouTube could potentially remove your channel? Yeah, absolutely. In most cases, it's unjustified. It's not. It's not justified. And like I know who I am at heart. I know I mean well. I try to. I try to do good. You know, it can sometimes be perceived as because of AI reasons, and AI is not controversial, but I guess you could say controversial because there's just a lot of debate around, you know, the word AI and how it's going to be used even more within the next few years. Um, Again, I do AI covers, audio based AI, not visuals, no nothing. Photos, fake photos of Buddy. Um, but they're not video form or anything. They're very simplistic, and I want to keep it that way because you need some sort of visual with the audio. I always believe in that. It's a part of the experience, if you want to call it that. Um, I sound like a nerd when I'm talking about this, but I'm very passionate with this, and that's why it killed me when I had to take down 80 of my covers because I know most of you guys enjoyed them, you know, um, and it hurt. It fucking hurt, man. But you have to do what you got to do. Uh, and kind of had I literally had no choice. It literally had no choice. Um, but sorry about me being super um, in it right there. That was just like, gosh. So yeah, that's why I made the Buddy Artificial channel because I literally had no choice. Um, so, but as I mentioned, it's gonna be like one cover a month currently, realistically, because again, I don't want to lie to you guys. I don't want to promise you guys I'm gonna do 3 songs a month or something, and I don't. It's gonna be realistically until I know my schedule for work, and you know, when I find a rhythm, a realistic rhythm that I can work off of, then you guys will see some improvements or um, me on here more than, and you guys will know the schedule. But it's not, you know, it was never professional anyway. If I mean, I'm not a professional. I don't know what I'm doing. I just shoot the shit, chit the chat, and upload a video occasionally or go live, and that's where it ends. And then sometimes I get in the mood of consistently doing something, and you know, if I love it, I love it. And I'm just passionate about YouTube. Anything that I want to share, I just share. And even if I look like a fool in the process, I don't care. Um, but okay, I gotta breathe a little bit. I've been talking nonstop for like 30 minutes now. Gosh. Ow. My posture is so bad. Also, I'm wearing this really cool shirt I got today. I'm in love with it. It's my first like tropical. I guess it's like it's not tropical, but gives me like a Hawaii vibe. It's super soft. Salvation Army, man, you get some good deals there. Like, this is brand new. There's like literally no holes in it or anything. It looks like I just got it at Hollister. I think it says Hollister back there. What am I doing with my hair? My hair is growing, dude. Gosh. But yeah. Sorry about that rant, guys. Rant over. I just yeah, it toyed with my emotions, and yeah, that's where I end the little commentary on that. But I love YouTube. I will always love YouTube. But I may not like how it's ran. Don't like how it's run. Don't like how it's ran. I'm so tired right now. I don't know which one is the correct word in the sentence. I don't know. I'm so autistic. It's, again, I actually have autism. Like, I'm allowed to say that. Like, I don't want anyone to be, how mean. I have autism. That's not a joke. That's not a joke. And I'm not saying that in a negative way. It's a superpower. It literally is a superpower. You know, it makes me me, you know, like, it's a part of me, and I love my autism, you know, because I looked at it kind of not necessarily negative, but I looked at it like, oh, it's a disability, or it's gonna slow me down in life or something. No, it actually, I feel confident knowing how I actually like, you know, more bits and pieces of myself more. Like, as time goes on, like, I love myself more. And yeah. Love yourself. Because sometimes people around you might not like you. You know? Or you're trying to get someone that you like to like you. And maybe it's not going your way. But if you love yourself, that's the number one, the most important thing. Love yourself and love what you do. Love what you do. Even if you're a janitor and you're working as a janitor, or, you know, you pick up trash on the side of a road, on the side of a highway, be the best at that. Even if it's a janitor or a garbage picker-upper, be the best at that, you know? Because that matters. I don't know where that came from, but a little bit of kind words, I guess, to put in the stream for you guys. Just love yourself and love what you do. For a long time, I looked at myself in a very negative way. In a very negative way. You know, it does no good. It hurts you, it hurts other people around you, because you yourself are depressive or depressing and sad, and people pick up on that around you in your bubble, in your close circle. People read you then, and it can really affect not only yourself but people around you. And every now and then I get kind of like sad. I can, you know, all of us get sad, obviously. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I'm the only one. I'm alone. I'm sad. Sorry about that. Sorry. But I'm way more positive than I've ever been. Even knowing, like, I start work very soon. First ever job. Never worked a day in my life. I've worked on myself for the last 2 years, with the power of God and with the power of myself, and wanting to work on myself too. Wanting to. God can only do so much, but you need to step up, and God gives you the tools, and you actually have to show up and work on yourself. So it's kind of like a collaboration. I look at that with God. You need to show up for yourself because God can only do so much. It's like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. You can't make the horse drink. The horse has to learn. But I butchered that quote, but yeah, it's the same thing. Um, I forgot what I was saying. Hello, whoever is in the stream. Thank you for being here. I don't know if you're gonna stay or you're gonna leave, because like every time I'm live, it says one person joined, and then the person just leaves, and then over and over again. YouTube is weird. But yeah, just love yourself, because like I used to look at myself in such a negative light. I don't know why. Like I do, but I don't know necessarily. In some cases I don't know like where it stems from, but most of the time like it's literally just me being depressed because I feel like I'm just not good. I'm just not good. I'm not qualified, or I'm not uh I don't feel accepted, or it can be a number of things, a conglomerate of many little things. Um, but it's a lot of it's just BS. You form things in your mind and you believe them and you run with it. And especially if you don't talk to a lot of people, you believe the things that are in your head, and all the negatives that come with some of the insecurities that you may have or something, and they replay in your mind, or you're always thinking about them, and it creates this like whirlpool, this never-ending cycle of these negative feelings, and you have to replace those with things that you can look at yourself in a more positive light, and you just have to just accept, like, all of us are effed up. All of us are screwed up. You just don't see other people's problems because you're not in their heads, you're not in their brains, examining them and looking at their problems through like a microscope or something. We're so used to ourselves because we have to live with ourselves. So this goes back to love yourself, because you have to live with yourself. So why are you going to live the rest of your life hating yourself, or breaking yourself down in a mean way? Yeah. So it's not good. So don't do that. Don't do that, because you mean it. You what? Well, you mean it. I don't even know what the fuck that means. Uh, you guys are worth it. Some of you guys may look at yourself like, I'm not worthy. You are. All of you guys who follow me and stuff, you guys are not only loved, but you're worthy to prosper and to focus on something that you were given by God, a talent, a passion, your purpose, your literal purpose, the thing or the many things that God has given us. We have to, perfect, or we have to sharpen our skills, and to put them to use. And sometimes it's difficult to actually showcase our skills, at least in my case. Um, I want to believe like I have some little talents. I'm not gonna. Okay, this sounds kind of egotistical, but like, you know, I want to make music. I want to learn how to get better with singing, and I want to learn how to play guitar. I want to learn how to play guitar. Um, and I know if I put my mind to it, if I put my mind to anything that I'm passionate about and I'm focused on, I know I could achieve what I want to achieve and really get myself to a level that I was not at before. And you really have to do what you are good at. It's so simple, but simple is the key. Simplicity is the key because everyone will then know it. It will linger then in your mind, and it will stay there. Um, so we all have a skill. We need to showcase our skills, and we need to be confident with the skills that we were born with, and or maybe even the skills that you don't even know you have, but they are skills because when it's just a gut feeling. It's literally just a gut feeling. I have a gut feeling, like, not a gut feeling per se, but it's just like in your soul. You feel like you have something, you feel like, you're passionate about something, you know, um, like for instance, you know, when I start work very shortly for the first time in my life, I'm scared shitless, even though I shouldn't be realistically, but that's just how I am. Like preparing and dwelling on, little things. That's me. I am a complete wreck when it comes with, I guess the first impressions. And then when I know what I'm doing, I fit right in and then I kind of like I'm a slow learner, but I love to, challenge myself, and me working is the ultimate challenge. It's one of the most important things I've ever done in my life. One of the. And I'm scared, but I'm very excited because I'm not only going to get paid a pretty penny, but it's teaching me how to work my ass off and earn, a good pay, and learning how to listen to someone else and to perform and to physically, perform, because it's like some labor, a little bit of labor. It's not like I'm sitting on a chair doing stuff or, standing up and by a conveyor belt, like scanning boxes or something. Like this is like, man stuff, kind of. But yeah, it's going to be cool. I'm scared, but um, it's uncharted territory for me. So obviously I'm going to feel these things. And it's scary, but when you believe in yourself, even a little bit, it feels better. It feels much better. And one of my skills, like I love to work out. So this job will be not only a workout because I'm moving around, I'm picking stuff up, I'm gonna be um, doing a mixture of everything in this job. But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be real fun. I'm talking out my butt right now. I don't know if I'm saying anything right now. I really don't. Like I've been up for like almost a day, and I'm gonna end the stream soon. For this reason of me not making like any sense right now. So I'm really sorry. Just really sorry, guys. This is me. You get what you get with me, man. You get what you get with me. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. Oh, gosh. But I'm gonna go back to what I was saying before. You guys are awesome. All of you guys. If anyone is thinking in a sad way, don't be sad. Because I'm right there with you. I get sad. I get sad about little things. I get sad about big things. And you guys are awesome. So you shouldn't feel sad about yourself. You should not. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. You guys are really cool. Like the fact that we have this technology to just talk to you guys. Like, for me to talk to you guys and to text you guys and for you guys to text me, it's just so awesome. So, guys, just, I'm right there with you. If any of one of, if multiple of you guys are going through something, just hold your head up high, because I'm right there with you. And it always gets better. Always gets better. And I'm scared right now. As I mentioned, like, I'm starting, like, I may not be showing like I'm scared, but trust me, I am anxious. I am very scared. I feel like I'm gonna fumble, or I'm not gonna perform the way I know I can, but because I'm anxious in the moment, I'm gonna be like jittery and like, and it's not a good look, especially like first impressions on someone. And I can relate. Like, there's been many times where I spoke to, it could be a guy or a girl, and like the first time I meet someone, like, I worry because I'm anxious in the moment. That's gonna rub off on someone in a wrong way. And the first impressions were literally me being like jittery and anxious, and the other person was able to read that, and it was like a turn off almost. That's one of my worries, because like I know I'm much more than what me being anxious really is, you know? Like, that's just like a little chunk of me, little pebble of me. It's not even me. It's just me like, that's just my anxiety impression. Anxiety's weird, man. But it's a part of all of us, you know. At least a lot of people. A lot of people have it. Just a natural thing. Makes you feel human. You know? I'm kind of glad I have anxiety, because it does make me feel human. You know, because I know I have a heart. Then I know I feel emotion and sadness and happiness. And you have to feel anxious because it makes you grounded to a reality, because it makes you feel, it makes you kind of like reset yourself a little bit. Maybe it forces you to compose yourself, or to recompose yourself in a scenario or in the moment. And it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. So I look at it that way currently. Hey buddy, I'm glad to talk to you because I get ignored. What's up, Mitchell? I haven't seen you on the channel in a while, dude. How are you? Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry to hear you get ignored. Sorry about that. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm glad you joined, because you're the first person to type. Not only on this stream, but like the last like 4 streams I went live, like no one really has been typing. I have been going live really late. I'm doing good, man. Nice, dude. Happy to hear. Happy to hear, man. You have? Yeah, same. Yeah, I've been pretty busy. But I still find this little bit of almost an hour now, me going live. Always try to find time, even when I literally, I wanted to just sleep this whole time, but I'm like, man, I did not go live the last 2 days, and that's not good. So I wanted to just pop in and just ramble. I've been rambling this whole time. Like, there's no breaks between, there's no pauses. I've just been talking for almost 50 minutes. For a quiet boy like me, I love to talk. It's just I have to be in the mood. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh, dude. Are you doing better now though? Are you doing? See, I know nothing about seizures. But I've seen videos of people like going through them, and yeah, that's. I'm really sorry to hear that, dude. Oh my gosh. Mm, 51 minutes. I'm definitely gonna be on here another like 15 minutes. Yeah. So like a little over an hour. I'm gonna be on here. What else do I want to talk about? Um, I think I said what I wanted to say for the most part. Again, like whenever I go live, I don't have a plan of what I want to say. I just speak my mind in the moment and get what you get. But but I will say this: you guys are loved. You guys are so good. You guys are so cool. Um, each and every single one of you. So if anyone is feeling down about themselves, or you feel like you're not good enough, or you feel like you're just not that person that you want to be in life, just know, one day at a time. It's one day at a time. As long as you are trying to better your life, that's all you can ask for in life. That's all you can ask for. Um, I'm slowly collecting things that I feel like I should have already had in my life, and I'm getting them very slowly. Um, and I think about that a lot. I'm like, man, like crap, man. I'm 24 years old, and I don't have this and that and that. But thinking like that, it just leads nowhere. Um, what what does lead somewhere is saying to yourself, I can get all these things in my life. I'm capable of doing these things. Got to do them at my own pace, at my own speed, at the speed that I'm comfortable with. And as long as you are trying to succeed at having a better tomorrow, waking up to a better tomorrow, to a more successful tomorrow, because you are striving, that's a pat on the back. That's a pat on the back. And you guys, at least I hope you guys are in a good mindset, in a positive mindset, because I can only speak for myself. I'm getting into a better mindset. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not gonna sit here and say like I'm always positive. None of us are. Um, it's like impossible to be always positive. You have to be very strong of a person, or just have really good experience and good knowledge um, to be positive all the time. But I will say this: I have my struggles, but because of just being more open with myself and just being more real and just expressing how I feel in the moment and learning about myself as time goes on, month by month, year by year, you just get stronger. You just get stronger. And it's all because of that. It's all because of up there. You know? And you have to believe in something. I believe you have to believe in something. Because it's hard to just look at life and all the aspects of life and the human body and plants and the whole environment. It's like something made all of this. We don't know what, but that's not for us to know. That's not up to us to think about. We have to think about ourselves and communicating with, at least communicating with a higher power, a positive higher power. And, I'm getting into like religious on live because I know people, most likely a couple of you guys aren't super religious. And I'm sorry, I don't want to sit here and push religion down anyone's throats or to force you guys to read the Bible and to, change your ways and to change your mind and stuff. But believing in something is important as well. I believe in believing in something. Oh gosh, but yeah, I think it's pretty important, and it keeps you going, and it keeps you striving, keeps you strong. Keeps you stronger. And yeah. But yeah, you guys are awesome though. And just stay strong. Each and every one of you guys and gals, guys and gals, and theys and thems, because we don't hate on anyone over here. We love and we accept everyone. You guys are loved. All of you are loved. And just know that you're not alone. We may be strangers. We may not talk a lot, all of you guys. We may just pop in on a, live stream to just text a couple times, or to comment on an AI cover, or to comment on anything that I upload. We may just look at each other's comments or just see each other every now and then. I'm just talking about in general, anyone on the channel. I may not know you guys personally, but I know all of you guys are loved. All of you guys are awesome. And that's all you need. Self-love and self-care. Care about yourself and love yourself. Because, the love within yourself will stay. Sometimes when people love you, it may not be real love, even when you think it is. And, but the only love that will stay is within yourself. Because you know it's there. You are you. But, yeah. And obviously, like love within, like, your family and stuff, and your close friends. But, like, I'm talking about, like, maybe even like a relationship, even if like, so, you know, you go out with a girl or something and you're convinced, you know, that she loves you and you love her and you know you love her, you know, and then you come to find out like she didn't really love you, you know, or something. This is just an example. I don't know where I pulled this from, but it's just an example. Because it probably is a pretty common scenario where, you know, a girl is with a guy and the guy pretends to love her and then the guy is like doing other stuff behind the scenes, and you know. So if you know someone who went through a breakup or something happened, as long as you love yourself, you know, that love is real. That real love within yourself is real. That's not going to go away. It doesn't. When you're one with yourself, you love yourself, it doesn't die. It doesn't fade away. You don't have to question it because you know yourself. You know, when you're at peace with yourself and you hit a point where you know yourself and you're not questioning every little thing about yourself. When you know yourself, when you love yourself, you know that's not going to fade away. And, you know, that's, you know, you could say, oh, it's weird because, like, you're loving yourself. Absolutely. I'm not saying it's weird. I think it's the opposite. For one, we're humans. We are weird. We are so weird. We do the weirdest things. So it's like, what does that even mean? You know? So love yourself because you deserve it. All of you deserve it, to love yourself and treat yourself. And take care of yourself. We need to love each other more too. You know, we need to be, you know, I can only speak in America. This country is so divided. Divisive? Is that the word? I don't know. I stopped going to school when I was 16 years old, so it's showing a little bit. That's okay. This country, the division between left wing, right wing politics, I'm slowly trying to get myself away from politics. I was only in politics when I was following the elections, the last three elections, Trump and Hillary Clinton, and then Trump and Biden, and then Trump, Biden turned to Kamala Harris. Before these three elections, I never cared about politics. I did not care at all. Donald Trump made politics kind of like a circus a little bit. And that's not a dig on him. That's literally just, it's like he exposed everything for good and for bad. I'm not going to get into it because some of you guys may not even agree with my politics, but yeah, so I'm not going to talk much on that, but yeah, we're just so divided in this country, and people really exposed themselves when Charlie Kirk got assassinated on September 10th, 2025. And that was a day. That was a day. And this goes out to anyone who celebrated his death. I don't know how anyone could do such a thing, but I watched a compilation of people making TikToks just nah, he got what he deserved. Nah, nah. And some of these people making these TikToks and tweeting and making YouTube videos and all of this stuff, some of these people were not only professors but teachers, and they got fired. So, like, I saw some stories where people got fired because of, you know, got what he wanted, got what he deserved. He was asking for it because he was spewing hate and, he's this and that and it's evil. It's like, so this is just an example. Like, so you call Charlie Kirk evil, yet you mocking and making fun of him. That makes it right then? That I'm only going by like some people's logic. I'm only going by off of just a small group of people. You know, um, it's not a. It's a pretty unpopular way to think, in my opinion. But it's like, so you call him this, you call him that, then you mock his death. That makes it okay. Okay, cool. Um, I believe in, turn the other cheek, kind of like bite your tongue, be the bigger person, kind of like be an adult with things. It's like, this is an example. I never liked, I wasn't really too fond of how Mr. President Joe Biden was treated in the White House. I feel like he was used. And I looked at that as like, that's abuse. They abused him. They hurt him, in my opinion. They took advantage of him. I believe that. That's just my opinion. That's my opinion. I'm not going to say much on it because, again, I don't want anyone to be like, well, what do you mean? What do you... No. But I have my opinions with little things that probably still be locked on, Probably can't change my mind in some ways there. It's just what you feel and what you see via the media and all of it. But it's like I never wish ill will on any side because I look at it like this. Simple as, we're human. We are human. We're flesh and blood. We're made up of bones, Delicate structure. Like, we are delicate, So Charlie Kirk gets shot in the neck. People mock it. People pray. People are respectful. And then you see people being hateful, vicious, evil, satanic, demonic, whatever you want to call it. He was a father. He had 2 kids. He had a wife. We need to look at it in a human way, like the way we should look at everything, not be so immersive and cloudy with our minds, being so immersed in going all the way deep into politics. Like, you got to get yourself out. You got to pull yourself out of it because, man, when you look at people like, oh, he was on the right. Nah, he was evil. Nah, he deserved it. That sets such a tone. And you're exposing yourself. It's like you don't care. Like, you're showing your evil. It's like you don't mind showing your evil to the world. And maybe that's a good thing, but down the line, most of these people who publicly put out videos celebrating and cheering and clapping and, you know, just doing evil acts, I call it. They might look back at this, and part of me hopes, I hope most of these people do look back on these tweets that they put out, or, you know, the videos on TikTok and all of it. Maybe they'll kind of retract, retract, I don't know, take back what they said and apologize, or do better, you know, like find some sort of peace within themselves to then rewire their brain, you know, into believing like, wow, this was not the right move. Because I come from experience. I've said and done nothing nowhere near to celebrating the death of a human. But I have been a bully before online multiple times. I have done things that I looked back on and I regretted terribly. So, yeah, because we're human. We're human. And I believe in second chances. I believe, you know, no one should be shunned for life. The only time someone should be shunned for life is like if you're, you know, you're Chris Hansen, you know, To Catch a Predator, you know, or, you know, taking the life of someone, you know, because that's a threat to everyone around that person, you know, that's a threat. So, you know, that's where the prison system comes into play, and, you know, we gotta do what you gotta do. It's a hard world, it's a sad world, but we need law and order and rules, and, you know, we have it in this country, thankfully. But those are severe examples. But I mean, if you say one thing online, you shouldn't be socially like banned. You know, you shouldn't be like just deleted off of the face of the earth. No, you deserve a second chance, but you need to prove it. You need to show it. You need to show that you want to change, and that comes from within yourself. You know, you can't fake it because people can read it. You gotta really want to change, and it takes a lot of time to change a person and to change for the better. You know, you gotta just work on yourself. And, you know, so the people who have exposed themselves for being evil in the moment, I really hope they redeem themselves. And I hope that they really become religious or something. But the majority of them probably will never, sadly. And that's just, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Some of them will probably change and will say I'm sorry, or will find a higher power, or, you know, peace within themselves. But it's like, I guess, freedom of speech, sadly. But, you know, some people use freedom of speech to show their evil, you know. But yeah. But yeah, I just like the compilation I saw a few weeks ago. Like, it just made me so angry. I'm like, how can you do then? How could you just do and say these things to a husband, a father, who you weren't fond of politically? But that doesn't mean that he should have died, or this should have happened to him. Like, no, none of this should have happened, you know. But we've hit a point in this country where you can say and speak your mind, and you could potentially lose your life. You could potentially lose your life if you have beliefs within yourself and you speak and share your beliefs respectfully too. Charlie Kirk was respectful. He was a good man. He was a good man. I believe that. I've seen enough. The clips I've seen of this man, all the clips I have watched of Mr. Kirk, very nice, very respectful, very just all around good guy. Again, you don't have to believe in any of the things that he said throughout the last few years. About a decade, he's been showing his face, with doing Turning Point and all of this. But it's the way he went about it, how respectful he was. He gave people time to talk and to debate him, and for him to literally be silenced, himself to be silenced, it puts the weirdest taste in my mouth, and I know all of our mouths in this country and people around the world. So, yeah, I believe we need more people like Charlie Kirk, Not saying right-wing conservatives, not saying that. People who are strong and are willing to go to college campuses or to go in the public, and to go into public spaces and to talk to people, that's commendable. Again, you don't have to agree with it, with him, with his beliefs, with his politics. You have to commend the strength and the risks he took. And he lost his life because of words. Because of what I'm doing right now, because of just me talking, just talking. He lost his life for talking, using his right, used his freedom of speech, and it took his life. And over a month and like 10 days later, I'm still thinking about him. I think I'll always think about this man, because the more and more I listen to him, gosh, why did this happen? Why did this happen? Welcome back, Mitchell. I'm going to stop ranting. This will just be a chill stream for the rest of the live, the rest of the show. You want to call it a show? I don't know why I called it a show. It's not really a show. It's just me talking. I gotta stretch. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, crap. Oh. When you're like super thirsty and you drink water, gosh, it tastes so good. It's like, Is there really two people here? I look so bad right now. But yeah, that's just my opinion. I just hope people I wish everyone nothing but the best. Even the people who celebrated his death, because maybe they were misinformed. Maybe some of these people were misinformed because of how sometimes the media can just change narratives and just alter them. Maybe some of these people really genuinely were tricked into thinking Mr. Charlie Kirk was like Satan himself or Hitler, when in fact he was just a 31-year-old husband and a father who believed in many things, and he used his God-given right to speak and preach and to do what he did the last decade. 12 years, I should say. He started Turning Point, I think, when he was 18 years old. 18 years old. He was active for 12 years. 12 years working his ass off. And to die in that way. It's like JFK. It's like a John F. Kennedy. And to see that still happen, you know, and knowing the kid who killed him was basically my age. He was 22. I'm 24. He was 22 years old. And my generation basically took his life. And someone from my generation, I should say, took his life. And it's just like, because you didn't agree with a couple things, so you kill somebody? That's where we're coming to? This is our country? We can't have this. No one should die because of political beliefs, or just beliefs with anything that you believe in. No one should lose their lives, their life, because of something that maybe Bobby down the street doesn't agree with, or Susan in, you know, Arkansas doesn't agree with him. Oh no, time to die. No. It's just like, it just sounds stupid, right? Am I the only one? It just sounds really stupid. You know, I don't agree with some policies on the right, and I don't agree with some of the policies on the left. We shouldn't go to, you know, a group, public group, little rally or something, and just cause chaos or violence or assault people. Why are we doing this? Violence, newsflash, doesn't solve anything. It only makes things way worse. It puts fear into people. It scares people, obviously. It's a lose-lose. It's a lose-lose. And I'm gonna end it off on there with the whole Charlie Kirk thing, because I could talk about it for hours. I'm just gonna be repeating myself, but sad situation as it gets. The saddest thing I've seen in a long time. And sadly, there's going to be even worse to come, because you can't stop people, you know, from doing what they're going to do. You know, we have this as a superpower, as, you know, a power or a tool to change course on where we are heading in this country, you know, to try to inspire people to do better, to seek a higher power, to be more connected with God, to love each other, to respect ourselves and our neighbors, and to love strangers, even if you don't agree with half the stuff that they say. How hard is it to just love each other? How hard is it? How hard is it? Really? It doesn't seem that hard, because maybe we should focus on the things that we agree with, because there's many, I guarantee you, all of us, most of us Americans, agree with more things than we disagree on. I'm telling you. But it's like, we're so stuck on this, oh, you don't agree with this? I gotta block you. My friend. Why? Because I don't agree with you with this one fucking situation. I don't agree with you on this one thing. But I do agree with you on the other 10 things, but this one thing, I don't like you. You smell like poo-poo. I'm blocking you. You're Hitler. Like, that's just a joke. That's excessive, but I'm really good, homie. How are you? I'm shocked. I'm shocked I'm still alive. I've been up for a while. I've been live for a long time too. I was just in the mood to kind of just speak my mind on a couple topics. So sorry if I'm a bit emotional or passionate with what I've been saying. It's just the Charlie Kirk incident kind of still has me a bit shaken a little bit, to say the least. Just I don't understand how people can resort to violence just because of slight differences with politics or with anything controversial, you know, debatable things, like things that people like, I guess, abortion, um, ICE removing illegal immigrants or people who came into the country illegally. That's a big story. Um, and obviously, I have my opinion on all of these things, but I'm not going to talk about the majority of the things because I don't want to make this channel political or divisive. Everyone's accepted, everyone is accepted. I love all of you guys. So I feel like it's not in my best interest to be so deep down the rabbit hole with politics, with all of the little topics. But I will say with the Charlie Kirk thing, he wasn't a politician, so that's why I'm not looking at this in a political way. I'm looking at this in the fact that a human was killed, a father was killed, a husband was killed. Why are people celebrating it? Why are people giddy and happy? That's where I'm coming from. That's where it ends. I just yeah. All right, enough of that. I think I said what I wanted to say. With that, my phone's at 9%, so I'm gonna probably leave in like 3 minutes, but I'm gonna. But again, this is a late night stream. I've been up for like close to a day now. Take anything I said with a grain of salt. Most of the time, I should say, because I'm really sleepy. I'm kind of like on autopilot mode right now, so I don't know what I'm doing. Really? That's not a good thing when you're talking about kind of like serious things. I understand this, but I think I know what I'm saying. I think I kind of understand what I'm saying a little bit, but I'm good. Hey, talk away. This is your live stream, so for real. Thank you, man. I just don't want to upset people. Like, I'm still like in this mode where like if I say something that I believe in, like I strongly believe in a lot of things that I said in this stream, but maybe one person's gonna like disagree, which I don't mind. It's just, part of me doesn't want to upset anyone. I don't want to upset anyone. I just don't understand how people can celebrate a husband and father getting shot in front of 3,000 students at a university. That's a bit horrific, right? I think most of us Americans and just people in general can agree that that's just horrific and evil for anyone to publicly expose themselves for just being evil in that moment. In that moment, you exposed yourself for being insanely sick in the head. And I hope that these people redeem themselves and turn their life around in a positive way. If you're doing stuff like that, obviously something in your world, in your personal life, is not going your way. And I feel for that. But that doesn't give you an excuse to expose yourself into saying and lashing out in such a demonic way. It's just demonic. I hate saying that word. It's just true. I hate acting and saying all this stuff, but it's just true, man. I believe it's true. But okay, now that's where I end it. Ugh, man. Oh my god. it just seems like I can only speak, you know, me being an American. Um, it just seems like every year, every year, it just seems like something is becoming more and more of a problem, more and more of a consistently uh it's like see, I'm trying to be careful with my wording. Um it's just consistently negative when it comes with politics, when it comes with as as divisive as it gets. It's just it's sad. It's sad to see um, my country. I love the United States. I love this country. I love it. It's very flawed, but every country is flawed in its own way. Um, it's just, and you know, I support our president. I support our president. He's our commander in chief. I believe, you know, even when it was a president I didn't really feel fond of, he's still our leader. We have to support them. We have to root for our president, even if you don't like the person. The people voted, the people spoke, and, you know, our president, you know, Donald Trump, he's our president, you know. Whether you like it or not, you know, you would wish and pray at night that our president um, succeeds in protecting us and to do good. Again, even if you're not the, you know, a fan of uh, Trump, or and it could be anyone in office. It could have been like Obama or Joe Biden or, you know, Bush. Anyone. I just don't get why it's like the whole like, oh, evil, evil, Hitler, 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 Nazi. These words mean nothing anymore just because of just pulling them out of your pants and just like throwing it at people. It's like it doesn't mean much anymore, sadly. You know, like Trump is a Nazi, Trump is this, you know, and back and forth. Like the name calling on either side is childish. Like I've understood that politics, even though everyone's in their like 50s and 60s, yet gosh, the compilations of videos of people just arguing and yelling, it's like, man, like we kind of live in a little bit of a circus, you know? And it's yeah, politics is a messy game, a messy world. I'm too young and a bit too stupid to be immersed in it. I've only been immersed in it enough to see enough for myself, at least. I could safely say I've seen enough for myself, and I don't want to be in this world, in the political space. I don't want to be in politics. It's not for me. I was only following it because of just my personal beliefs and stuff, and what I believe in and stuff. Um, but it's like, okay, Trump won. I'm not following it much. It's like it is what it is, and yeah. Sorry for talking about that. Uh, but but yeah. All in all, politics equals a ginormous headache. And I wish that us people can love each other more instead of focusing on just political beliefs. Focus on the bigger picture, because like politics yeah, it's a pretty big thing, but I think getting to know someone outside of politics is way more important. Way more important. Um, Now that I believe in that fully. Yeah. All right. My phone is at 4%. I'm just gonna let it kind of just go down all the way. I'm a bit risky right now. I'm a bit ballsy. I'm gonna do that. But again, guys, this channel is just anything I say and do in the moment. I'm not into politics. As I just mentioned, I don't follow stories. I don't do much. I don't do reading. I don't read articles. I don't follow the news. I'm doing that less and less. So from here on out, this channel is just strictly just anything I upload and going live. I talk and ramble like I have been the last 100 minutes almost. And yeah, so I'm not into politics. I don't know much about politics. I know bare minimum, the barest of the minimumist with politics. So never want to make it never want to make it political, and just because of seeing how divided we are automatically, kind of like as like the default in this country. So it's like I don't want to all everyone is welcome on here. Everyone's welcomed on here. I don't shame anyone. I don't judge anyone. Come one, come all, and let's just have a beautiful time, you know. Admittedly, it is. It is. It's very interesting, for good and for bad, but we have no choice but to just ride it out and to just kind of spectate and to get involved a little bit, but to just see the good in all of this, you know, even the sadness that it brought when, you know, September 10th happened with Charlie. A lot of good came out of it, and we must focus on the good, because focusing on the bad leads nowhere. There's no path for bad. There's nothing. There's nothing there. I was there. There's nothing there. Gotta go back up. If you're all the way down, go back up. You know. But yeah, I don't even know what I'm saying right now. You have a good one, homie. Thank you for being here. Sorry for talking kind of out my butt. I'm a big goofy. I know I'm goofy. But you get this with me. You get this with me. Like, I'm just weird. I'm literally going to end the stream right now because my phone's at 2% here. Okay. I lowered the brightness so then maybe I can squeeze out a little bit, a few more minutes, but you guys are, words can't describe. You guys are effing amazing. I love each and every single one of you. Sorry for talking. Sorry for being a blabbermouth. I literally paused like one time. I'm tired. I'm sleep deprived right now, and I spoke for 100 minutes exactly right now. 100 minutes. That's 1 hour and 40 minutes. Damn. Should I just like make a podcast, like just like Instead of going live. No, I like going live. Going live feels more organic, you know? Welcome to the Psycho Joe C podcast. This is the pilot, episode number 1. Today we're going to be talking about AI, Sora 2, taking leaps and bounds with advancement. Looks like a real video now. Looks insanely real. Michael Jackson stole my chicken at a KFC and a Popeyes. Looks real. Does the moonwalk while stealing my chicken and eating it. Let's talk about that. I love you guys so much. You have yourselves a good one. You have a good one. And I'm asleep right now. Literally, I'm gonna eat and sleep, and you guys do the same. Or have a good morning if you're watching this in the morning. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. More to come, hopefully, very shortly. But yeah, I'll update you guys on stuff. And yeah, love you guys. Have a good night.